Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to crack open the playbook for anyone who's ever thought about becoming an angel investor. We're going to break down some expert advice into a really clear, actionable guide so you can learn how to invest smartly in the future. All right, let's just dive right in with a serious dose of reality. The first rule of angel investing, it's not about finding the next unicorn. It's about understanding and, more importantly, accepting the incredible risk that comes with it. You have to be totally prepared to lose every single dollar you put in. That mindset, well, that's your foundation right there.
So here's our roadmap for today. We're going to start with the mindset, that essential psychological shift. Then we'll cover the tactical rules, explore how you actually get started, and define what it really means to be a smart investor. After that, we'll look at the global landscape and finish up with the huge impact you can actually have.
Okay, first things first. Becoming a successful angel investor, especially if you're coming from a more traditional business background, well, it requires a complete rewiring of your brain. Seriously. You know, this quote just nails the transition you have to make. The very skills that made you a successful entrepreneur, things like control, operational focus, being super hands-on, can actually become your biggest weaknesses here. You're not just changing jobs, you're stepping into a whole new world with a completely different set of rules.
Here's the fundamental shift you have to make. You are not the CEO. A classic business owner reduces risk by taking more control, but an angel? You reduce risk by providing support and, crucially, by diversifying your bets. Your job is to be a mentor, a guide, not to grab the steering wheel. It's their business to run, and your role is to help them get there.
So if you can't control the startup, how on earth do you manage all that risk? Well, the answer is you have to play by the established rules of the venture capital game. This number right here is your new mantra, 10. You must build a portfolio. I'm telling you, placing all your bets on one or two startups, no matter how amazing they seem, is pretty much the fastest way to lose everything. Diversification is the key to survival.
And here's the stark reality of why that portfolio is so important. Out of 10 investments, you should expect about half of them to just fail completely. Another few will become zombies. They don't die, but they don't really grow either. Your entire return, all of it, is probably going to come from just one or two massive winners. And they need to be successful enough to cover all those losses and still make you a profit. That, my friends, is the power law of venture capital.
And here are the other golden rules to live by. Stick to industries where you actually have some expertise. You have to be patient. This is a long-term game. We're talking a 5 to 10-year horizon. And, maybe most importantly, only use risk capital. Experts suggest allocating no more than, say, 3 to 5% of your total assets to this high-risk, high-reward stuff.
All right, so you've got the mindset down and you know the basic rules. But how do you actually find deals and write that first check? Well, there are really two main paths you can take.
So, you can invest directly. That means you find the startup, you negotiate the deal all by yourself. This takes a big check, a lot of your time, and some deep expertise. Or you can join a syndicate. That's where you pool your money with other angels under an experienced lead. For most people starting out, this is the ideal entry point. It lets you invest smaller amounts and learn from the pros.
The advice from veteran investors is pretty much unanimous. Don't start alone. Your first year should just be about education. Join a club or a syndicate. Sit in on the deal discussions, listen to the kind of questions the experienced investors ask, and just learn to see what they see. Honestly, it's the cheapest and most effective tuition you can get.
Okay, let's talk about a really critical concept. The best founders, they aren't just looking for any old capital. They're looking for what's called smart money. And to get into the best deals, you need to be a smart investor. So what does that actually mean?
In a nutshell, smart money is not passive. It's an active partnership. A smart investor brings their whole arsenal, their experience, their connections, their wisdom, to give that startup an unfair advantage. This value add is how you really earn your seat at the table and get access to the very best deals. Yeah, smart investors contribute in really tangible ways. Your reputation alone can validate a young company, making it easier for them to hire top talent or land their first big customer. You can open doors to key partners, help them avoid the strategic mistakes that you've made yourself, and sometimes you just act as a therapist when things get tough. Often, the most valuable thing you can do is just listen and help the founders see the real problem they need to solve. Now, to really level up your effectiveness as an investor, you have to expand your horizons. Don't just think locally. Venture capital is a global sport, and the best investors are playing on a global field. I mean, check out this number from a seasoned venture investor. 70%. 70% of his portfolio is in international startups. Why would he do that? Well, because limiting yourself to just one country means you are missing out on a massive pool of talent, innovation, and opportunity. And investing globally isn't just about diversifying your money. It exposes you to brand new business models and technologies. It helps you build an international network. And all that expertise you gain makes you an even more valuable smart investor for the local startups you support, because you can help them think globally right from day one.
All right, finally, let's zoom all the way out. Angel investing, when you do it right, is about so much more than just getting a personal return on your investment. It's about playing a vital role in the entire innovation ecosystem. I love this quote because it just gets right to the heart of it. You are more than an investor. You're a channel for knowledge. You're taking a lifetime of business experience and passing it down to the next generation of founders. In a way, you're helping to create a whole new way of entrepreneurs. Think of it like this. Angel investors are the fertile topsoil of the economy. The big venture funds, they can't take risks on brand new, unproven ideas. It's the angels who provide that crucial first seed of capital and, just as important, belief. Without that layer, the brilliant, world-changing ideas of tomorrow, they just never have a chance to grow. And really, that's the ultimate question, isn't it? Angel investing gives you this unique opportunity not just to build wealth, but to actively fund and shape the future. It's a chance to back the people and the ideas you truly believe will make the world a better place. So the question is, what future will you choose to build?